Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Director, for being here, your testimony, and all the work you do to get us some real numbers to try to work together in our budgeting process. The governor has proposed large tax increases on Pennsylvania's working families, and I'm really interested with these proposals by the governor to substantially increase the income tax and the sales tax on Pennsylvania's working families. Have you been able to calculate what is the effective increase in the personal income tax and the sales tax that the governor is proposing to increase?
Yes, we just take a first pass at the proposals, and most of our estimates are, some of them are in line with the governor's estimates that he has in the budget. For personal income, we're very close to their numbers. For sales and use tax, we still don't know what's in the base expansion, so we're unsure. But for sales and use tax, roughly, we think it might be on the order of about $3.5 billion when fully phased in. And for the personal income tax, I have that figure. For the personal income tax, roughly about $2.6 billion. 2.6 to 2.7 billion when fully phased in.
Have you calculated what the percentage increase would be? Like, do you have a number that you're prepared to say, here's what it was, this is the increase, therefore the percentage amount is this number?
I can compute that for you and pass it on. I don't have it before me.
I would appreciate that for both the sales and use tax and the personal income tax. Mr. Chairman, a specific question on the sales tax, is that okay? In your September 2014 state economic comparison report, you had indicated that Pennsylvania had, and I quote, a strong expansion of healthcare and professional services sector. My question is, if a 6.6% sales tax is levied on those services, how would the impact, how would it impact the gains that you mentioned in your report?
All else equal, it would be suggest lower gains if the tax is levied. How much, I'm not sure. I haven't done that computation.
So it would have a negative impact on those gains that you talked about?
Again, all else equal. How much, whether it's a minor reduction, I'm not sure.
And how do you think that 6.6 percent sales tax increase on professional services would impact overall the state's GDP? Would it have the same negative effect?
In theory, if it impacted the jobs and the sales of that sector, ultimately would have to flow through into the overall economic growth as well. Again, I haven't tried to score that out yet.
So you're very specific with your answer to the first part of that question. Are there any variables that you know of that would balance out and work in a positive impact on either of those two things?
Well, if we're looking at the revenue side of the budget, of course, one also has to consider how those funds will be used and to what purpose. So investments in education, or it could be in infrastructure, that could also increase the growth rate of the economy. So there's a trade-off between the two.
Do you plan to do any type of analysis of that negative and positive trade-off?
Not as of yet. We haven't looked at that. And what we will do for our May 1st release, though, is we will score out all of the proposals that are in the governor's budget. So we'll have an estimate of that as well on May 1st.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your answers to the question. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.